Right, we're gonna get into our tournament here. Win or lose, we're gonna post the games. Um, so what is this? Typhoon spec? I could see myself playing this. Amplify spec, probably a little better. Okay, just go crawlers, right? Yeah, right. Need to find out how to position this. Mathis might. I like Mathis might positioning, so we'll follow him. He's also in the tournament. He's the number one ranked seed, so we're probably going to go up against him at some point, and that's going to be the you know the most um, critical match, I think, for us. I don't know if this is good, but half of his army is just like wasn't doing anything for a while, but it's not that good because he's got double the amount of tanks. Can't even take out the arc light. All right, this is not looking good for us right now. We're gonna need to pull something. Mass produced scorpion is interesting. Do you ever just do that, or do you? I mean, it's too late for extended range. He's gonna do that to us. But the wasp is also kind of interesting too. It would allow us to cheese around, buy us some time. He can go for the wasp. Well, he can't go for the wasp. Scorpion, um, he has no chaff, right? So let's just say we go for this. I feel more comfortable playing wasp than I do playing scorpions. So at least wasp we played before. And we kind of like it sometimes. Scorpions we basically have never played, and or done successfully into. Okay, so we're gonna cheese the round with the wasps, and that's good because our scorpions would have gotten stuck on the chaff because he's definitely going chaff this round because he needs chaff, which is the reason why we went for the wasp. We knew that we were most likely going to win this round. So his response is going to be Mustangs most likely. And how do we counter that? Yeah, how do we counter the Mustangs? That's the problem. Feels like Vulcans are kind of good into everything he's gonna throw at us, but don't really want to go for a Vulcan right now, I think. Especially with no techs. So we're kind of in a little bit of a tricky situation. Part of me wants to go fire, but we kind of don't even have the money for the fire. We have no chaff clear. We need chaff clear. The problem is the wasps are going to die real quick, and our chaff clear is going to die to the tanks. So, kind of doesn't feel that comfortable here. You could also go anti-missile on the Mustangs. we need something that can get into the back line though. I feel like the only thing is the Vulcan, but having one Vulcan right now isn't that good. Do we really have any other choice is the question. We can go for two Farseers. But we need Chaflier, right? So I feel like I'm gonna have to unlock the Vulcan. And I feel like because we unlock the Vulcan, we're gonna lose because you just cannot play Vulcan right now if there's gonna be Titans. Right? And we know that because we play Titans every game. It goes Farseers instead. Okay, that's interesting. It's not Vulcans. So now we're just committed into this, and he can just throw it on the Titan, and we'll just insta lose. Surprisingly, you know, he shouldn't have really gone for the. He should have went for Mustangs instead of Farseer. Farseer is better maybe long term, but short term, I mean, I don't want to say Mustangs are going to be really good even short term. You know, short term and long term. So we did expect to lose that round because we had to spend money for the unlock. Phantom Race, just to set everything on fire, could be an option. Selling out the Scorpion sounds better. Now we have to go for the second one, and we can go for some oil here, so we can cheat around. Probably gonna need range on Vulcan, but no, I don't like to commit more into these Vulcans. I feel like it's already too much. I think it's just time for some Phoenixes. His army's kind of back, so we need to put our Phoenixes a little bit back. Bad positioning in the Vulcan. They're both going into the same area. Not sure why he went the Phantom Ray. The Phantom Ray doesn't seem like it's the best move here. Because the Wasps kind of counter the Phantom Ray, but it's not horrible, I guess. Not having range in the Vulcan feels kind of bad, but I'm planning to transition to a Titan because I don't trust in the Vulcan composition. The Scorpion did a lot, but still, I'm gonna transition out. Feel like it's time now to go for the factory, but level 1 factory might die to this, but still, it's probably gonna be all right. Let's throw a chaff down here to distract him, and we're gonna need a missile. Probably like here. Just for the crawler. Maybe we don't need a missile. Probably good to throw down a missile regardless. Even if it's for this. Okay. Kind of feel bad that we had to resort to this, but you know, we're not in a winning position. We messed up everything. Like the Vulcans were no good. Getting those two Vulcans was already like It was basically, in my opinion, you know, when you get two Vulcans in the Titan meta, you're just asking to lose, especially so early. So we're just tightening him, so he doesn't tighten us. And then that's it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, look, we were gonna lose here. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're 1600 or, you know, to 2200. You know, we're actually not that good in this game. Um, we have to rely on the factory here, and I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, the factory exists for a reason. Is to allow us to come back from a situation where we're probably not coming back. Sure, we could try a range of the Vulcans, but then what if he throws down a mountain here with Titan? Then we just lose the game. Right? I mean, we still lose the game, even if we win War Factory. But at least this allows us to kind of claw back. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's good that um, he wasn't kind of prepared for it, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm not proud about this, but you know, we have to do what we have to do, right? I mean, and you know, I mean, if we could do something better, like, right, let's put the Vulcans here, right? Do we get range maybe on the Vulcan? You know, throw some more Phoenixes behind. Maybe that's gonna work, but we already screwed it up with the Vulcan placement, and I just wasn't sure that the Vulcans were going to, you know, win us the game, you know, in the long run. It should technically, but I'm not a Vulcan player, right? And we know how fickle the Vulcans can be to something with armor. So, you know, I'm just trying to justify what we had to do, but um, it's good that it actually worked. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to win right then and there, especially not by 50. So I'm really happy with the result, and I'm happy that pretty much just got him. You know, it just barely killed him. That's what makes it um, pretty cool. Okay, so we'll get on to the next game. All right, let's get into our second game. Okay, so training spec is the spec we want. Obviously, we could do the fire badger with the fire, this fire stuff, but let's just stick to what we know this season, which is the factory. I think we can just continue to run over people if they are not they're not very experienced with dealing with factories or expecting them. We know that when we get to the last rounds, when we have to deal with Mathis Might, he's going to be blind countering the factory almost every time. In fact, he was the first person to ever blind counter us with the factory out of anyone. And we weren't even playing that many factories. I mean, we weren't going crazy. We were going crazy with the factory, but not as crazy as we are now. Okay, so um we need some, I guess we need chaff clear for his hounds. I don't think we need to level up anything, right? You can imagine, I mean, we're not gonna one shot the hounds anyways. I guess we could level something up. It might be good, but what if he's, yeah, I guess we could level this up, but I don't want this to be a mistake. He's probably gonna kill the arc light. We might give him way too much HP for that, but I think it's still fine. Okay, we get the redeploy. Let's go for that. That's going to be our insurance policy for the factory place. We don't have any anti-air. Let's keep that in mind. Do we ever just go for 2 fangs here? It's not out of the... It's not out of, like, it's not horrible, I think. Don't think we need to move anything around. Let's try this. Actually goes for a Void Eye, which is really something I wasn't expecting. What is the Void Eye good into? It's good into the Arc Light, but that's only the Arc Light that it's good into. Having the late Fangs is maybe really good if it can get in front of the Arc Light. I love our positioning with the Arc Light. It just barely misses the volley from the enemy storms. Just barely miss the Arc Light. Now the Fangs are starting to advance, so it's almost like the perfect counter to the Void Eye. But we weren't trying to counter him. We weren't trying to counter the Void Eye. We were trying to counter his like Phoenix or something. Because quite often on round 2, you would see like a Phoenix from the opponent. It's very normal in I guess the higher MMR levels, but yeah, I wasn't expecting to see the Void Eye there. We get the Phoenix. We need the Phoenix. We'll keep the Phoenix. Everything else, like the Fire Badger, it could be used as a cheese, but I don't think we need to do that now. Probably leave this a little bit further behind, just because I feel like his crawlers are going to take a real long time to get to the front line. We don't want the Phoenixes to get exposed. Could consider going Wasps, but we could also just go more Phoenixes. Could also consider going Mustangs. I think we need more Arc Lights for our chaff there. So why don't we range them, and should we give a level to one of them? Do we level, let's say, one of the storms instead? We just go for the damage item. Part of me wants to level up this Arc Light, but it's already halfway there. Don't know if it's quite worth it. Might be better to just level up a Phoenix. But he doesn't have that much, really, that we need to worry about. Why don't we just put this on the back line just to be real safe? We'll just go for the attack upgrade. Okay, so he's got the Typhoon, which is good into the Phoenix. I'm glad I put the Phoenix all the way back. Really don't want it to move any more forward than it is right now. It's already pretty forward. I think we might still win this because we might lose everything. Except for the Typhoon pretty soon. Yeah, Phoenix is just the best unit in the game. You always go for Phoenixes. Redeploy again. Portable shield. I think we could go for the extra additional deploy here. We're gonna still stick around this game for a little bit longer. So what do we need here? I need to oil him. I think we just need more Phoenixes, right? Do we put them more on this side or just more in the middle? I think more in the middle first, and then maybe one more here. Wonder if we even move this Phoenix over, just because we're kind of losing this side. I kind of don't want to put our eggs in one basket in case there's a spell that comes through. So I'll just leave this. We'll just spread everything out nice and even. Okay. Armor Hounds. Why would you go Armor Hounds? Increases HP by 20. Pretty sure this is a mistake here. Right, is this like are we just playing against like a beginner or something? That being said, we could lose to a beginner. We're you know, if you look at most of our boards, our boards are basically the same as a beginner board. So, you know, let's not think just because, you know, some guy is lower on the MMR that we're gonna win. We're not. You know, we can be an under we can win as an underdog, but we can also lose as an underdog. And look at this. We just barely eke out the victory. Amp core, heavy armor. Yeah, I don't think we take any of this. We'll definitely upgrade this stuff, and I think we need to start thinking about how to end this game here with the factory. What's going on? Why are we losing to? Do we just need more elite recruited arclights? We have enough chaff. We do. Just go for more arclights here. We just need one more on the side here, and one in the middle. So he doesn't have that much stuff on the middle, really. All right. We finally upgrade the storms. Do we go for something else here? We just oil him here just because he's kind of making too much progress on this here. And let's just upgrade this. I think this is fine. Aerial spec. Very nice. We needed quick range. I kind of forgot about that. He's got his own storms. Phoenixes are super forward because the oil is also kind of helping him a little bit. Phoenixes are starting to drop like flies. This is not good. We need range desperately on the Phoenixes. These Typhoons are getting levels. They're almost getting out of control. We only have one more Phoenix left. Okay, we win by a very small margin. This is not good. On round 5 to only be doing this much damage is not really good at all. Okay, I think we just skip here. The EMP really doesn't do anything. Let's click range right away. Let's upgrade everything. Kind of want to set him on fire, but he's got the armor on the hounds, which helps him with the fire. So we'll just do one more round. I think we go. I was going to say let's go Mustangs, but can't go Mustangs here into the armor hounds. So yeah, if he goes for some like wasps, we're going to be screwed. I wonder if we ever go charge shot here. We definitely need more Phoenixes. I think one more is kind of enough. Do we go charge shot on the arc lights? What are we supposed to do here? I feel like we have enough arc lights. How much chaff does he have? He's got a lot of chaff. But let's store down a little bit more chaff of our own. We could do a lot better on our own chaff department. Let's go for the attack upgrade. For some reason, I feel like we're kind of vulnerable to a Titan or something. Okay, at least we have chaff coming in. Loose formation would be devastating to us. We're about to lose our tower on the right. Looks like this Typhoon composition is really good. The only thing I don't get is why he went for armor on his hounds. That's the one thing that throws me off. Okay, so now we need to go for the Titan. We're starting to lose. And we get something that we can go into Titan easily with. You'd imagine that the mountain here is better into what he's got, but I think long term, like, we'll do more damage with the good old trusted blue factory. I've been sitting on this redeploy the entire game, and well, now we're gonna get in there. The question is, do we go in on the weak side or on the strong side? How worried are we about this type? Are we about this? I think I'm a little bit worried about this. We just go in from here. Okay. Let's move one of the crawlers over, maybe, so we can get a little bit of a distraction going on. At least soak up the first missile. And I think we have extra deploys. Oh, we have this training spec. Okay, but I don't think we have time to redo everything, so I think we might have messed up. Just throw down some missiles. I think we messed up here because we should have clicked the training spec. Okay, the boat locking on is really not ideal, to be honest. The level 2 boat is very, very not good to see. Okay, that didn't end well, to be honest. Do we need charge shot or something? I think we need charge shot on the Phoenixes. At least we got the redeploy. So definitely be redeploying this. We might even go level 3. Throw down a couple of crawlers to support this. I think we even put one crawler in front. Maybe this is a little bit better, actually. So, do we go armor, or do we go... Is he going to EMP us? What's the best thing to do here? I feel like launcher overload is what we want, but the armor is also pretty important. Let's level this up. Can we sell out of this? Sell out of this. I kind of want to go charge shot. but I kind of also want to do an upgrade on this. I'm gonna go for Launcher Overload and just level up some of the Phoenixes. Go for one more Crawler pack to support this. Alright, that's gonna be our turn. It's gonna be Corner Factory time. Okay, Launcher Overload should clear everything up pretty quick at level 3. Okay. This kind of feels like we're going back in time and playing against kind of like when the factory first came out, or when we first started using the factory. People weren't really prepared for it, and you could go like level 3 and it would just be like, it would kill everything. But this doesn't work nowadays. It really doesn't work like this anymore. Wraith seems interesting because we can use it to clear chaff. I'm not even sure if we want to sell the Wraith. The oil can be good, especially on this side. I think we keep pushing this side, just because we're kind of set up now. We are breaking one of the big rules about playing factory, but I think that our opponent probably just isn't wise to dealing with this right yet. Okay, let's level up these guys. I also want to level up these guys too, but we'll see. I think we just throw down more and more chaff. Just make this a nightmare for him to deal with. And I think we go for Photon here. Just so if we get EMP'd or something. Now I'm worried about the oil. I'm worried about the oil. I'm very worried about the oil, but what can we do about the oil, right? Not much. So we'll just set up some missiles. Okay, let's hope for the best here. Everything's going to come down to this. Actually didn't mean to put the Wraith here. I would have preferred the Wraith to be a little bit more forward. This is a little bit back. Like, it's not going to act as chaff. Okay, so he didn't go degen beam. Feels like we're gonna win this again with the factory. All right, there's nothing to be proud about. We're definitely fighting people who are kind of low on the ladder board. There's nothing to be ashamed about for being low, but it's just we should be probably winning a lot harder than we are. But I think it just speaks to our ability. We're actually not. We don't deserve our MMR. We're more like 1500, I think. It's just that we have a couple techniques, namely with the factory, that kind of gives us nearly an extra 1000 MMR just from that alone. It's kind of like the tank master. If you said to the tank master, don't play tanks, like what MMR would he be? Probably, I don't know, like 1600. And the factory master, don't play factories. I mean, he's probably a good player, right? I don't know. Like, I'm sure tank master and factory master, they're all pretty good players, but we're just average. We're not that amazing. So, we really shouldn't have we should have done better, but at least we were able to win with this factory. So yeah, I'm not proud of this, and I don't expect to be complimented for winning here. But at least we didn't lose, right? At least that's good. All right, so we are 2-0. Let's just take a look at what's going on here. So Steel Saint is in the mix. Fleet Command, Park 9. We know him. He's like I guess he's a race spammer as well. But the surprising thing was I noticed that Mathis Might actually lost to Warm Dragon. And because we see this here. I don't know, like Warm Dragon, he must not be like, I guess 46 is like, probably like, he's average MMR, which is like 1500. So I can't believe that Mathis Might lost to like the 1500, because I was saying myself, we're not actually, winning these games. Like if we don't go for factory, like we're actually losing. So I was feeling pretty bad about myself because, I just don't feel like we deserve our, MMR. But if Mathis Might is also going to lose to someone that's like probably 1500, then maybe there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, but I just cannot believe this. Like, I'm gonna look at the replay because, I feel like Mathis Might, he's not someone that doesn't deserve his MMR. He deserves every single MMR that he has. He is a legitimate, top level pro that can play probably in multiple different scenarios and everything. He's not a one trick pony. So if even he's gonna lose, um, maybe we don't have to be so worried. Well, why don't we get a little bit of confidence back? Because if we see this, then okay, there's nothing to be ashamed of, right? That we're losing the first few rounds and we're getting outplayed. There's nothing to be ashamed about. It's just it's how it goes here, right? So we'll get ready for the third round and let's see if we can get 3-0. All right, we're gonna get ready for our third match. We are currently 2-0, and I kind of expect to win until we see a familiar name, and then I expect it to be 50-50. So we'll go with the Rhino spec. And I'm most worried about this Mathis Might character. He seems to be like the best player. He's the highest ranked player out of everyone. And I mean, we actually have a pretty good track record now recently against him because the factory just changes things up completely. But we're silently hoping that he's going to abandon the tournament because he lost once. He's the kind of guy that will abandon because there's no reason for him to play anymore. He's just losing MMR because, most of the people he's playing against is going to be, several hundred under him. So we're just hoping that he gets out of the tournament and we don't have to face him for the final. Let's see. So we still have to go crawlers here. We can leave a space. We can try this, but I also don't mind it being like this, playing a little bit more forward. I don't necessarily want to go for the Fang. Those deployments are something that you're not going to get back. If we started with the Fangs, definitely. I'll keep the Fangs. I'll go for crawlers, but I just feel like there's never enough deployments in this game to do what you want to do. His positioning is absolutely amazing for us because we're all in the center. Even this center arc light's going to get a lot done. We're countering him. Like we have the storms, he doesn't have anything. He's gonna die to the storms, so this should be an easy win for us. We need to make sure that the arc lights do not lock onto the tarantulas. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is so bad. Why did it have to lock on there? Okay, we still have one arc light left, so we can still win this, but we're gonna win by the single arc light, I think. Or actually, we're not gonna win by the arc light. The arc light's gonna get smothered. Those are some heroic crawlers. They both deserve a level, and they do get levels up. The Fang now is kind of interesting, but the Wasp, the Typhoon. I think we go for something free so we can go for 3 deployments. Kind of like the Marksman here. It's kind of like a Phoenix. Why don't we try the Marksman? It is kind of high risk, but we know that we're going to clear the chaff, so should be okay. And I wonder if we just go for more chaff clear on the sides. And we'll go for one more chaff maybe on one of our sides as well. It's an interesting beacon. I always thought that the beacon, I didn't know that this is a correct beacon, but just pulls more stuff into the middle, but we're already getting pulled to the middle, so I'm not an expert, but I wonder if this is good or not. Okay, so 2 versus 2, number 4, so he knows what he's doing. You would imagine. Okay, he levels up the side crawlers, which means it's good to have the arc lights. We need the arc lights. Okay, it doesn't lock on, but I fear that this is not going to get through. Yep. This is starting to look pretty bad here for us. This marksman, did he actually even did he do anything? Okay, he kills this marksman, so it's kind of good. Are we going to be able to kill the tarantula? Nope. Okay, this is starting to spiral. This is starting to get really bad. I could see how you could just lose all of a sudden. We're not going to go for extended range phantom rays. We're going to go range on the arc light because we have to. I want to go phoenixes, but I kind of don't think we have the deploys for it. We're weak to wasp for sure. We're, the fang is a little bit of a problem. Let's just go for another marksman just in case he goes for a wasp or something. Or wait a second, is that even smart? Do we go for the Mustang? Do we just oil him here and then just set it on fire next round? We are very weak to air units, that's the problem. Do we ever just go for two Mustangs here? Okay, let's see. The only problem, the Mustangs died to the tarantulas. That's kind of the big problem here. So I might want the Mustangs to come in a little bit later. Maybe more on the side as well. Just worried about the wasp here. Okay, so he goes for the tarantula. That's not good to see because the Mustangs aren't that good. Probably just need to go for more regular chaff, but we'll see. And we don't have any DPS. We need phoenixes. This game has gone out of control. I can see ourselves losing this game. We are losing. Somehow we were able to get that marksman, which is kind of good. We don't win, but we don't lose by that much, surprisingly. But we are still losing. Okay, so we get our power spike unit. Orbital bombardment seems like a must pick here. It's also really good for him. I feel like this is just a sell. And we're kind of in trouble because the orbital bombardment is going to be good into our phoenixes. So, yeah, this is not good actually. But I think we still need to go phoenixes regardless. Is there a point to even put down a shield? I think we should try to shield one side at least. Like maybe we put a shield down here. Which side did more damage? So this side did a little bit more damage. Maybe we put a shield down here. I don't know if the Mustangs are going to go there, but at least we shield the marksman, right? So it's a little bit early for the factory, but factory is going to be, I think, it's going to be next round or the next round we get a drop. And maybe we should have tried to protect the I guess the I guess our Mustangs aren't doing anything anyways. What happened to our Phoenixes? Yeah, he's got Mustang. He's got the marksman behind all the all the tarantulas. So that's why it's so hard to kill. Now we're kind of on the ropes. I'm not happy to be in this situation, but we're gonna have to deal with this. I think the first way we deal with this is actually just a fire. Right? We can buy ourselves a little bit of time with the fire. Unfortunately, the shield is still down, but still, we can still get something done, right? Go like this, just click fire right away. I just don't want to lose right away, right? I want to get to the point where we can get to a drop. We need range on the phoenixes or just more phoenixes. I think we just need some more chaff, right? Even though he has so much stuff, we still need to have some more chaff. And I'm still gonna believe in our phoenixes. This marksman, I'm starting to not believe in anymore. Let's just save the money for... Wait, or do we just go for range instead? Yeah, I still want to sell this marksman though. The arc lights are just so useless. They lock on instantly to the heavy unit. At least we went range on the Phoenix. At least I think that's good. These tarantulas are getting too tanky. We're still losing here, even though we went oil and fire. So we should have sold this marksman and banked the money for the drop round, which should be Okay, it's this round. Yeah, that was a mistake, but this is gonna be the War Factory gaming round. He knows what we're gonna do. He deserves to win. It's as simple as that. We're extremely desperate at this point, to say the least. We're more than extremely desperate. Okay. What do we go for here? Let's go for this. Probably the shield, maybe the armor. Okay. This is kind of good. This is kind of good. And this crawler is actually really good for us because it gives us Arclight something else to lock onto. Arclight is too forward, that's the problem. It need to be further back so the crawler has time to come in. I didn't anticipate that. I just put all the crawlers in a line because we kind of just don't know what to do. I mean, we kind of just don't know what we're doing. Just randomly just clicking buttons. Alright, this factory should make it through here. But that's the one saving grace we have. Okay. How much damage do we do? 2,000? Okay, we're still behind. We're still on the ropes. Doesn't mean anything. Nuke is insanely good. You'd imagine he's probably going to shield up here. We don't want to nuke ourselves. I think we actually skip the nuke. Just go for the intensive training since we're going to sell and reposition this. I think probably just go and come in from this corner. I think we need to shield some of our own units though. I don't know. Like maybe our own units don't even matter. Do we need EMP? What are we worried about? We just go for launcher overload here. Okay, 100 left over. Let's go for a shield somewhere or just the attack. Let's just go for the attack. Okay, melter time. Kind of wish that we went for wasp chaff instead. Not sure that this factory is going to make it, honestly. Okay, it's just barely making it. Thank God the nerf wasn't... Thank God the factory didn't get more nerfed. Because I could see with the next nerf, this isn't going to work. It survived with 20% HP. And that's the difference between winning and losing the game here. Trooper supply enhancement? When did you get that? Oh no, come on, don't do this to me. Not 122. That's like saying, okay, you did a good job, but you're gonna have to play another round. Okay, so we know what we need to do. Question is, do we keep it here? And I think the question is, I think we go for some wasp chaff here actually. Hopefully he's not going to miss with this. That's the problem. I have to think we're taking a pretty big risk. We finally sell this useless marksman. Let's go for... Okay, think about this. Let's go for another wasp. Tempted to even click shield on the wasp, I don't know. Let's go for another level here, maybe? I feel like that might have been a mistake, I don't know. Let's go for attack. Let's go for defense here, just so we can tank the melting point just a little bit longer. Okay, a lot of the wasps have died, but we still have a couple left. I feel like we needed to click. Yeah, we lost here. We needed to click the shield on the wasp. Yeah, so that was a mistake. We should have clicked shield on the wasp for the 300. All right, fair enough. Win or lose. Wait a second. Okay, we get another chance here. We get another chance. Wow, okay. So this game goes on. Now we're stuck here, right? Now we're stuck here. We're gonna click photon. We're gonna sell something, click photon. Get another chance. So let's just go for the sell. Okay. Definitely need to click shield down. Now that we finally get the chance. And yeah, we'll try to set this on fire here. And I think we try to like beat him down with this, but I don't want to hit our own. I don't want to hit our own stuff, but at least we'll try this. The oil is going to be super annoying. We can't ignite it, that is. So maybe we put the oil more like this. Yeah, let's not put the oil there. Let's just put it like a little bit here. Okay, we need to think about this. I think let's go for a mix between crawlers and wasp. Mainly wasp. And now we just level this up because we're running out of time here. Okay, got that last missile down in the nick of time. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to see his. Okay, hopefully we don't lose our tower here, but he doesn't have the Mustangs, and we have the photon, and the wasps are all alive pretty much. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this, but my heart's kind of pounding. We're actually EMP, but we get the debuff first. Okay, we get debuffed again. This is so close. We're gonna get debuffed here. But is he gonna be able to kill this? He is. Oh my goodness. Alright. So we lose. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is. We could have played that better. Yeah, I would have probably gone for 2 factories. Kind of ran out of time there. Like, going to level 4, you might as well just go for 2 factories. Oh my goodness, we didn't even click this? Oh my god. We didn't even click this. Okay, well, um, there's a good reason why we lost there. I think. Oh my goodness, what am I even thinking? Why am I playing like this? Why am I even why did I forget to click this? I didn't even borrow? What the hell? Jeez Louise. Okay, he clicked the range. So I have no idea why we lost that, like by not clicking this, but I mean he did get us down to, you know, sub 300 there, so you know, he played it really well, right? He played it really well. We should have went for double factory. I would have clicked this. I just couldn't believe that we didn't click it. And of course the armor in the previous round was a mistake. We should have went for shield. But yeah, give credit to Dorian. He won that fair and square. And we'll see about the next round. All right, guys. I think that's going to be the end of our tournament. Unfortunately, we're going to have to bow out, just like Mathis might. We got our 2 wins. We got a loss, and it's kind of no point in playing because, you know, we're just going to be donating our MMR. I mean, this is our lowest account. We don't care really about the MMR, but you know, it's getting late. You know, we had a good run, but you know, there's no point in playing on because, you know, at this point you're just looking for like a, you know, you're just trying to go for the 4th place badge. We're never gonna wear a 4th place badge. You know, there's no pride in wearing that. So, um, yeah, I think fortunately it was a good run, and yeah, that last round, man, that last game, man, that was that was really disappointing because, you know, we could have borrowed. We completely forgot to borrow there. Okay, so second to last round there. We made the mistake, I think, of going for the level 2 armor instead of the shield. Right, so we went for wasps here. It was definitely the right play. Just need to click this. And, you know, we could put it forward. We could put 1 pack forward. We could put 1 pack here. We could put 1 pack here. Sell out of this. Beacon this over. Okay. Now we can go for the level. Probably not horrible to go for the level. You know, probably might be better to level the phoenixes, but it's probably okay to level this. So we'll try that, and let's just see how this goes. Okay, we actually get locked on. We get EMP'd. But the tower's gonna get destroyed. Alright, so I think instead of like losing by like 1500, we win by 1500. Yeah, so he was already close to dead there. Okay, in the very last round, our mistake was we didn't go for the we didn't go for the thing. The borrow. I think we should probably just click this right away. I don't know what I was thinking. So we have this, we have the photon. And I probably wanted to go for another factory, right? Can we grab both factories with the beacon? I think we can. Yep. Oil probably, you know, have it here. Let's go for this here. And I guess we go for a little bit more chaff. Turn out a crawler. And I think that's going to be it. Let's see how this goes. Double the factory, double the fun, is what they say. We'll see if that holds true. The good thing that the thing that I'm happy about is we knew the mistakes that we made immediately after we made them. It didn't take us 100 times to figure it out. So at least we know what we should have done. It was just perhaps just the stress, or maybe we played a little bit too much. Maybe maybe certain things got into our head. But at least we knew they were the right move immediately the first time we tried it. So it's good to know that this factory push still works and this is still strong. Even though he went for like a million melters, this still wins huge. All right, well, that's gonna be our first tournament video, and yeah, thanks for watching.